Before I start my presentation, there is a 30 seconds short video clip on our initiative Eco Retreat that I would like to share. Is the presentation screen visible?
I think better you
Yeah, the
come to
presentation
the
screen is visible.
presentation, because we are not able to make much out of it. So because of the limited time, you please make your presentation of the project.
Is the screen visible? Is the
Hello.
presentation screen visible? May I proceed? Connection ka problem.
Eco retreat we are able to see, but is it your presentation?
Right.
So please complete.
This is presentation first slide. I will proceed.
I think there is something wrong.
Call.
Yeah. It's okay.
Continue, sir. You can start your presentation.
You can screen from the you share it.
Because we are asking so much.
Is the presentation visible? May I proceed?
Sir, the presentation is visible. You can start.
Response, please. Yeah, thank you. So this is about the novel initiative of Eco Retreat Odisha, Responsible Tourism Initiative. Odisha is that offers multiple experiences ranging from spiritual and heritage tourism to sports tourism via coastal and wetland tourism, eco-tourism, arts and crafts, ethnic festival. Odisha is a state with rich diversity as far as all these domains are concerned. Now, the Eco Retreat is a product conceived by tourism for offering an experience in glamorous camping as a new tourism product in the state. And it was launched in 2019. And we have completed 3 editions successfully. And this year we are going to launch 4th edition of this initiative. This is Eastern India's first glamping event, I must say, which happened in 2019, bang on the beach of Konark. Now, Konark is a place famous for the Sun Temple, built in 11th century AD, of Puri, Jagannath Puri, the abode of Lord Jagannath, which is revered by Hindus all over the world. And following the success in 2019, this initiative was expanded to 4 locations in the state, all scenic locations. The objective of this project was to highlight the unexplored and ecologically sensitive destinations in the state. The tagline for Odisha tourism is India's best kept secret. And why we call India's best kept secret is Odisha is full of such scenic locations which are hidden from the general population, maybe because of lack of certain accessibility issues, because of lack of promotion, or because of lack of service infrastructure in such areas. In order to tackle these particular limitations and in order to promote such destinations while maintaining ecological balance, this idea of glamping, this product of ecotourism was introduced. And last 3 editions we have been experiencing that this objective of putting unexplored and ecologically sensitive destinations getting to its logical conclusion. Promotion of sustainable tourism, then temporary infrastructure which will not affect the ecological balance in that area, legal stipulation is that was one of the intentions behind launching this. The community staying in those areas, they do not have employment opportunities because of inaccessible areas. Because of this product, employment opportunities are created in that area, and subsequently we have observed people who are depending on certain ecologically damaging practices for the sake of their livelihood. It may be agriculture encroaching upon forest lands. It may be fishing encroaching upon restricted areas. These activities, they are curbed in a limited manner, and we are moving in that direction of eliminating such activities and depending more on tourism, ecologically sensitive, responsible tourism. Second thing is the profile of Odisha tourism so far was limited to spiritual tourism, pilgrim tourism. We wanted to break that monotony, that stereotype, and promote Odisha. Okay, I will continue. Let us see if it gets corrected. This product has facilitated local economic development, and that was one of the objectives. And for creating entrepreneurship opportunity and business opportunities for local community groups, and also to attract private investments. It was so happening that private investors always they hesitate to invest in such areas where there is no market. But Eco Retreat has demonstrated that there is a market for tourists. Tourists can travel to such areas if appropriate opportunities, appropriate services, and luxury components are available in such areas. This one product, which is experiential in nature and which is immersive in nature as far as the natural scenery is concerned, river gorges, sea beaches, sanctuaries, all the rural life, tribal life in those areas. People, travelers, tourists, they aspire to experience such things. And Eco Retreat has all of it in it. And private investors have started making queries to the Department of Tourism for any land availability and other investment opportunities in such areas. So these were the objectives behind launching this Eco Retreat product. As I have already mentioned, this is an initiative of responsible tourism, and it is a completely eco-friendly in nature. The products used, they are eco-friendly. Single-use plastic is banned in this initiative, and arts and crafts, any decorative material, any entertainment, all these things are sourced from locally available area and locally available people. That we have taken care of these things. Only such material which is not available locally, or only such component which cannot be made available from the nearby areas, they are sourced from outside. And when we wind up this project is planned for 90 days. And after 90 days, we wind up this project. For example, if it is a sea beach, the sea beach is left as it was before. So nobody can make it out that there was some intense economic activity, some tourism activity in this area. It is the beach is left as clean as it was before. And Odisha is famous for most scenic beaches in India. So one of the first 8 blue flag beaches in Odisha, in India, is situated in Odisha, in Puri, very near to the Eco Retreat product. And the very beach where this Eco Retreat happens, it is also no less scenic and no less clean. Now, Eco Retreat glamping is all about offering star category the eco-friendly accommodations. These are luxurious tents, and we offer 4 types of tents for the tourists: residential, villa, royal cottage, premium cottage, and deluxe cottage. You can imagine by the size of presidential villa, the luxury of this particular project. 1600 square feet tent. So people get that experience of maybe the medieval kings who used to stay in such lavish tents, plush with 2 bedrooms, king size beds, private dining area, royal sofa set, TV, dressing room, minibar. All such facilities are available in this presidential villa. Royal cottage also has similar facilities with a little less area and 1 bedroom. And then premium and deluxe cottages, they only differ in size, not in terms of facilities. So luxury toiletries, AC, heater, tea, coffee maker, attached bathroom, all facilities that are available in at least 3-star or 4-star hotels are available in this particular project with the stamp of tented accommodation. And I have already mentioned about local entrepreneurship. Local people, they get employment in this project. So, for example, at Konark, we have a project of 70 tents. So 70 tents means direct employment of at least 200 to 300 people is generated. And most of these people, employees are sourced from local population, except, as I said, except for expertise which is not available in that area, maybe managerial or supervisorial cadre. We are forced to source from outside. Outside means, again, they're mostly from the state, within the state itself. Then various other sports opportunities, entertainment opportunities, they also offer a lot of employment scope to the local population. Now, this particular area, Konark and Odisha, overall as such in general, it is famous for various art and crafts. So sand art, Konark is supposed to be the birthplace of sand art in India. So there are a lot of artists, more than 100 artists are situated in Puri and Konark alone. So they get this opportunity of promoting their sand art campaign here. In fact, we host an international sand art festival for 5 days in Konark, very close to the eco retreat. So these two products also go hand in hand. Then sanctuaries and Chilka Wildlife Sanctuary. Chilka happens to be Asia's largest brackish water lake, and it has various opportunities of sighting dolphins and more than 350 bird species, residential and migrating bird species. So all these experiences, they gather together to make this glamping festival unique in many senses. Odisha is also famous for cuisine. Lord Jagannath is the capital of cuisine, I must say. There are 56 bhogas offered to Lord Jagannath. And as such, Odia cuisine is very famous, and Odisha tourism has taken this initiative of launching this cuisine vertical in promotion of Odisha tourism. And in tune with this, we have launched a dedicated chain of restaurants called Nimantran, which promote authentic Odia cuisine. And in Eco Retreat, we are bringing in this element of cuisine promotion. So authentic Odia food is offered in Eco Retreat along with other dishes also. So this is one opportunity for local cuisine to be promoted and to be offered. Now, seeing the success of this 3 editions of Eco Retreat, we have increased this to 5 locations, and this year we are expanding it to 7 locations. So 2 more destinations are added. And the concept of eco-friendly temporary camping, caravan, eco cottages, glamping spots have emerged from the Eco Retreat event. And this year we are going to launch the products of caravan tourism and yacht tourism along with Eco Retreat products. These new initiatives will be launched in select locations as a pilot, but these 7 locations Eco Retreat will go on in full swing, taking the cue from success in previous years. So that's all about the Eco Retreat initiative. So to sum up, Eco Retreat Odisha is an initiative to promote responsible tourism in less explored and highly sensitive, ecologically sensitive and biodiversity rich areas of the state of Odisha, to invite people to experience this immersive magic of Odisha. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Now, please just tell me how much has been the increase in tourism as a result of your initiative?
In spite of COVID pandemic and in spite of the lockdown situation, in 2019, it was okay. There was no COVID pandemic situation. 2020, there was COVID pandemic situation, and it's so that many tourists who were keen on traveling to destinations like Mauritius or Maldives or Italy or not travel because of these travel restrictions from, and they visited repeatedly. So as far as initiative is concerned, more than footfall, it is the high spending tourists and the tourists who can spend more nights at a particular location. That counts. because the intention is to promote this particular product to a luxurious category, to bring in more investment, to bring in more high spending tourist category to this thing, and to that we have experienced more than 60% of occupancy even lockdown time. So that way we treat this particular project as a
Okay, what happens to the infrastructure once you wind up? That remains idle. You know, your tanks.
There are two types of infrastructure in this particular. First type of infrastructure is trunk infrastructure. That is water pipelines, electrical structure, sewage pipelines. This infrastructure remains there, which is underground and hidden. It doesn't affect the outside structure of that particular area. Other infrastructure is totally temporary. It is lifted and it is taken back to godowns. It again comes back the next year. So that place is left as it was before the project.
And you see how many days in a year you are able to use these tents and all that?
For last 3 years, we have tried it for 90 days in a year. 3 months. So this year we are attempt to make it for 120 days.
Okay, because you know, there is a cost to everything. Even if out of 365 days, only 120 days you are able to use, that means there is a cost of, I mean, you are not able to use them, that means you are not able to earn from them.
We spend only that amount which is consumed for 90 days. It is a vendor model. It is a vendor model. So we pay for those 90 days. We don't pay for 365 days, and the
very good.
Use that elsewhere.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. That is good.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, excellent efforts, in fact, put up by you. You have talked about private participation in creating and development of tourism in your state. What is the regulatory framework for them? Do you have a system of empanelment of some hotels and such facilities? What is the regulatory framework for them?
Odisha Tourism has launched Odisha Tourism Policy in 2016, and it is at par with Industrial Policy Resolution of the state. So Odisha Tourism Policy 2016 and IPR, they go hand in hand. And all the facilities that are offered for other industries are offered at par with industrial tourism units. So number one is land bank. So whenever we are creating eco retreats, a land bank is created near this eco retreat. Over last 3 years, we have developed a land bank of around 3,000 acres in the state, which is readily available to be allotted to any tourism unit that applies. And in last 3 years, we have received 60 applications and investment worth of 2,400 crore rupees. And because of these initiatives like eco retreats, the investors in tourism sector, they are gaining confidence that yes, government is keen to attract investors, and there is market for such kind of tourism in the state. See, any private investor, he will invest for returns on his investment, not because lakhs of people travel to this area. No private investor is going to invest. If you go to Puri, for example, Yatra is happening on 1st of July. Close to 1 million people, they visit almost daily there. So over 10 days, close to 1 crore people, they visit Puri. But that crowd of pilgrims, that does not necessarily contribute to tourism industry, because they may not be high spending crowd. But such investors, any tourism investors, he would like to have such people coming to their properties who are able to invest and who are able to stay there. To promote this kind of thing, Odisha Tourism Policy is created, wherein a lot of fiscal and non-fiscal incentives are offered. So one of the non-fiscal incentives is land bank, readily available land package, at par with industrial policy resolution rates, number one. Number two, there are fiscal incentives also, like this tax holiday for a certain period and 20% of capital incentive subsidy. So many tourism products, many tourism investors, they have taken advantage of this thing. And in the last 3 years, you will be surprised to know, just 3 years ago, there were only 2 5-star hotels in Bhubaneswar. Now there are 16 projects out of which 6 projects have already materialized. 6 5-star hotels are already in operation in Odisha, in Bhubaneswar, and 10 projects are in line. So this is the regulatory framework, and it is a single window mechanism. The investor does not have to run from pillar to post. All permissions are granted in one single meeting.
Very good. Excellent work, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.